Have you ever wondered what really makes a business great? Not just good, but great? It's not always about the flashy logo or even the products on the shelf. The businesses that are truly bulletproof, the ones that last, are built on a foundation that starts deep on the inside and just radiates outward. So let's dive in and really unpack how that works, from the inside out.
Seriously, think about it for a second. When you walk into a place, what hits you first? Is it the lighting, how organized everything is? Or maybe it's just the vibe you get from the employees? That first impression, that gut feeling you have in the first few seconds. It is so powerful, and it can honestly be the difference between a happy customer and one who walks out and never comes back.
So to really get a handle on how to build a business that can handle anything, we're going to look at these 4 key pillars. We're going to start at the very core, the people, and then we'll work our way out to the perimeter defenses. You'll see how each one builds on the last, creating this incredibly resilient structure. Okay, first things first, building that foundation. This is all about the people, the culture. Before you can even think about customers or security systems, you've got to get your own house in order. It all starts with a team that has a shared understanding of what it means to be professional.
We hear code of conduct, and a lot of us think it's just a long list of don'ts. But the real key here is to see it differently. It's not just rules, it's the bedrock of the entire workplace. It's a set of shared expectations. And when everybody knows the rules of the road, it just creates this smooth, fair environment where people can actually do their best work.
And this covers all the stuff you'd expect, right? Like dress code, being on time. But it also gets into the nitty-gritty of how we treat our coworkers and use company resources. Every single one of these policies is like a thread that weaves together this consistent professional culture. And believe me, that's something customers can feel the second they interact with your business. I just love this quote because it really gets to the heart of it all. See, these policies aren't just for the company's sake. They're about personal accountability. They're about showing respect for your team and for your own word. Now that is the core of a strong foundation. So, you've got that solid foundation in place. Awesome. Now what? Well, the next logical step is to protect the business from threats that can, pop up from the inside.
Look, it's not a fun topic to talk about, but it's absolutely critical. Internal theft is a huge challenge for basically any business. And it can be anything from someone pocketing small items to these really complex embezzlement schemes. The financial hit can be, devastating.
And that right there, that's what makes this so tough. Internal theft is so hard to deal with because it breaks the very trust that your business is built on. And that's exactly why you have to be proactive about prevention, not just reactive when you find something. So, how do you actually do that? Well, the trick is using a multi-layered strategy. It's got to start from day one, at the hiring stage, with really thorough background checks. From there, you just reduce the opportunities. Simple things can be super effective. Give employees lockers, have strict refund policies you can actually track, and even use see-through trash bags. It's all about creating systems that keep everyone accountable.
And this is where it all connects. See, when you've got a professional, accountable, and secure environment on the inside, that strength, that integrity, it just naturally starts to project outward. This is the moment where that internal foundation starts to really shape how the public sees you.
Which brings us right to part 3, crafting that public image. This is how the world sees you, right? It's the grand total of all that hard internal work now on full display for every single customer to see and feel.
Your image really has 2 big components. First, you've got the visual identity. That's what customers see inside your store. Are the shelves neat? Is the whole place clean? And then you've got curb appeal. That's the experience before they even open the door. A clean, welcoming storefront, that's basically your first handshake with a potential customer.
But a professional image, it's so much more than just how things look. It is defined by how people act. When your employees are dressed professionally, when they know their products backwards and forwards, communicate clearly, and treat each other with respect, they're actively building trust and confidence with every single interaction.
And that just brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? Every single detail, from how clean the sidewalk is to the tone in an employee's voice, it all adds up to that crucial first impression. And you really only get one shot to make it a good one. Okay, so let's say you've built a strong internal culture and a fantastic public image that's bringing customers in. Well, now you've created something valuable, something worth protecting. And that brings us to our final pillar, defending the perimeter from any external threats. An effective defense is never just about one single thing. It's always about layers. So, for example, you can combine physical security, like putting your most expensive items in a locked case, with visible deterrence, like surveillance cameras, that send a clear signal that this space is being watched. And trust me, that security toolbox is deep. You've got the human element, like security guards and attendants in the fitting rooms. You've got technology, like those electronic tags. And you even have simple things, like designing the space by blocking off unused checkout lanes or locking extra exits to limit the opportunities for theft. And it's so important to remember, this isn't just about stopping loss. At the end of the day, it's about creating a secure environment where your customers and your employees feel safe. A strong defense really does benefit everybody. And that, right there, brings it all home. A truly bulletproof business gets it. It understands that you can't have a great public image without a strong internal culture. And you can't protect your assets if you haven't first built something worth protecting. It all flows together from the inside out.
So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Think of a business as a chain, with links connecting its people, its security, its image, and its defenses. Which of those links do you think is the most critical? And maybe more importantly, what kind of ripple effect happens when just one of them breaks?